Can't my stomach showing on live. That's not cute.
My stomach can show. It is what it is.
Baby, before your stomach show, you're going to have 2 other friends popping out. Facts. I just said I want my relationships to be as strong as these straps. You hear me?
Funny as hell.
Like, I want a nigga to hold on to me just as strong as that motherfucker hold on to their life right here, okay? She moving and shit. You see how strong them straps is? Baby, what stomach? Stomach where? All I see is tits.
Oh, hell no.
Let's go.
Well, she got the Hennessy, so that means no filter now.
Welcome to the NaS Society Podcast. Welcome to the NaS Society Podcast, ladies and gentlemen. This is a late night edition. It wasn't intended to, but you know how CP time go and all that stuff with black people. We got it together. We are live. Full house tonight, man. Thank you everybody for chiming in. You see the topic. So before we go into the topic, we're gonna.
Hell, we didn't see the topic. How they see the
Y'all
topic?
not supposed to see the topic yet.
What type of shit is that?
Well, I seen the topic.
So let's get into some news and everything. First of all, everybody that's excited about the COTV show that's coming up, season 2 starts this Saturday. Super excited about it, man. We're gonna be in the studio. Got a whole new outlet, different scenery. Everything's brand new, man. So definitely excited about that. It's gonna be a different vibe, different feel. If you want to check out the show, season 1 has 10 episodes. That's TOTV_show on YouTube, or go to the NDTV network, INDETV network. Check out all the shows, all the content, man. Really, really good stuff. Got a Mix and Mingle event coming up next month, so check that out. All right. Also, want to shout out my man Jay Rilla, man. Had me on his podcast a couple days ago. It was super fire. A lot of good content we talked about. So go check out his show. It's Jay Real. Any platform that you're listening to, your podcast or whatever, on YouTube, Jay Real. And be sure to check out the NaS Society Podcast, man. I finally got some shows uploaded on the YouTube. For whatever reason, the guy I hired was putting on the wrong site, so I had to fire him. Whatever. But last episode is on YouTube now, as well as this episode. So be sure you like, subscribe, comment, and everything like that. Giving away a $50 gift certificate on Friday to everybody that likes and comments. The first 50 people, that like and comment, gets a gift card. First 50. Go ahead and do your thing.
Let me go comment.
All right. So
You said we get a gift or
gift
a
card. Gift card.
I'm about to go like that shit myself. I got 3 pages. I got 3 pages. I'm about to get this motherfucking gift card. You mean?
So let's get into it, man. We have a topic tonight. If you see the topic, that's cool. If not, we're talking about the sexuality double standard, right? When you think of double standard, there's a lot of different things you could think of, man. You know, sometimes it's something that is obvious, sometimes it's not so obvious. The reason I chose this tonight was because there is a huge double standard when it comes to sexuality, right? For example, if a girl likes a girl, right, society doesn't look at her as a way of, disgust. Actually, they glorify it in songs, or, you got Cardi B videos, them kissing and things like that. Anything like that with girls is kind of hyped up. Opposite, if a man is even, rumored to be gay, then he's trashed, right? So the reason I brought this up because I was at work and there was a situation where a young lady said that she's bisexual, right? She's bisexual, and the guys was like, "Oh man, that's better for me. It's better for us. We still can do our thing." But there was a guy who was bisexual, and he came to a girl and say, "Well, look, I really want to date you," and she was like, "Hell no, nigga." You see what I'm saying? So there's a huge double standard. So I want to ask everybody that's tuning in, everybody that's on the panel, right? The question is, first of all, do you believe there is a double standard when it comes to sexuality nowadays? And would you guys date someone who is bisexual? So let's start with introducing everybody that's on the panel, right? Last show we had my boy, my cuz here. He's in town from Atlanta.
Hey.
Ken Duke, say what's up to the people, man. Tell them where they can find you.
Where the thing at? That's so far. What up?
_King Deuce on IG, and then Kenneth Deuce Cole on Facebook.
There it is. Appreciate you coming through, cuz.
No problem.
So then we got Candace. Of course, you watched the last episode of TLTB. She was on there with Shay Bebe. Both of them is in the building. Tell them what's up, y'all.
Hey.
All right. So let's get into the topic, man. Would you date someone who is bisexual? And do you believe there is a double standard when it comes to sexuality? Let's go with Shay. Let's go with Shay first.
You go last.
Okay, I do believe it's a double standard. First, because like you said, with a woman, a woman can all day long have sex with another woman, and then she can stop, and then she not deemed as gay. She just was experimenting.
Good point.
Let a man, cause can't no man say, I want to just experiment. Let me just suck his dick one time, and then he can't do it, and then say I'm not gay no more.
Ooh.
No, that's it. That's it. He can't do that, because if y'all find out that a man did that, guess what? He gay.
He's gay.
Ain't nobody trying to hear it. He gay. But a woman, she can do it one time, and she can say, you know what? No, that wasn't for me, and everybody cool with that. Everybody fine. Oh yeah, you tried it. You experiment. You know, double standard. Would I date somebody who's bisexual, willingly, knowingly that they bisexual? No.
Okay.
Nowadays, you never know though. But if I actually knew they was, no.
Why?
Come back to me.
She brought up a great point though.
I
Thank you,
understand
everybody
what
that's
you
tuning
mean,
in. You see the topic,
but,
be sure to chime in.
So coming from somebody I'm bisexual, but I identify as gay only since women understand that more.
Okay.
Like, women understand me saying that I'm gay, so I don't have to answer certain questions. But if you get me drunk enough,
So,
no.
Look.
But I said that to only say that you would, in my head, you would have women, not you. Women have relationships with people who cheat on them, beat on them, don't want to be with them, play with all that. Versus you saying that you have a situation with somebody that you really care about, and he gay. He your best friend, and you go places with him, you chill with him. You know what type of nigga he is. Like, he's still a nigga. You know what type of nigga he is, and you want to see. You would rather not give yourself, but you would rather experiment.
So look. But question. So this is my thing. When I'm dating, I'm not dating for you to have sex with other men and other women. Okay. I only want you to be having sex with me. So at this point, your sexual preference don't even matter. Because, okay, so whole time, if you bisexual, but still, if we together, I'm the person who I want you to be with me. So fuck another man or even another woman. Like, that's not even in my head.
So you say it don't matter.
Right, it don't even matter at this point. Right.
Okay.
So it's like.
So back to so can I ask you this? So in your life, you feel like you're just going to be monogamous your whole life?
Oh, monogamy. What's up, Siobhan? Juro, what's up? He said silence to me.
Because in my head, it's like, so you saying you don't expect,
bro?
when you get in a relationship, you don't expect nobody to do nothing. You don't expect nobody to do nothing. So if I marry you at 23, you saying I'm going to work, I'm going to meet a million other people in my life, and I ain't supposed to have no chemistry.
I'm not telling you what you're not supposed to do. But I'm just saying, as us being together, oh yeah.
As an imperfect person, you ain't gonna feel that way?
I ain't saying nothing about a perfect person. Nobody's perfect.
No, I'm saying perfect. You though. Nobody's not judging them on what they do. I'm just trying to understand your logic with you as to saying that I'm 34. Even if I fuck with you tomorrow and I feel like I'm in love with you, it's gonna be about 5 years, 6 years, and not to say I'm gonna get bored, but I'm in a relationship with you, and now it's the experience of life.
Yep.
Now, to me, it's the experience of living this life with you, knowing that I'm gonna come home to you, and you gonna have my loyalty, but like, I'm gonna want my time apart. I'm gonna want my me time. I'm gonna want my
my nigga.
Yes. But you can't get mad. Like, so whatever he do on that time apart.
Right. But when did I say I was gonna get mad?
Okay.
So it's an interesting for everybody that's tuning in. I see y'all commenting. Answer the question. Would you date someone that's bisexual?
I don't know
right?
what your me time.
And do you believe that there's a double
me time
standard
go both ways
when it comes to sexuality? So we got Shay's opinion. I'm gonna wait to go to Ken. All right.
Please, yes.
Candace, all right? So the question is, it's two-part, right? Do you believe there's a double standard when it comes to sexuality? And then would you date someone who's bisexual? And you guys be sure to answer the question, too. Go ahead.
There is definitely a double standard.
Mm-hmm.
Men have it way harder than women. Me personally, I don't believe in that women experiment shit. If you fucking with women, bitch, you gay. I'm not trying to.
Okay.
I'm not trying to hear none of that shit. If a man can't come back from it, bitch, you can't come back from it.
Oh, okay. So there's no leeway from it.
Yes, girl.
Ain't none of
yes,
that.
girl.
I know you done been down here bumping coochies, but I'm gonna be looking at you
Funny as
differently.
hell.
For the
Why
rest of my
you
fucking
offering
life.
me the rest of this Hennessy?
It's what
Funny as hell.
I'm not gonna view a woman's sexuality any different from a man's.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't trying to hear that experiment
Okay.
shit. If you with it, you with it. That's what it is. Would I date somebody knowing that they were bisexual? No, I would not.
Okay.
For me, like, it might not be a legit reason, but honestly, for me, it's just a man thing. I would not be at ease knowing that I'm sucking your dick and you out here sucking other dick.
Right.
My mind is not at ease with that. It's just not.
But a lot of
It
women
might
are
not be
at
nothing
ease
like-
with being cheated on.
Recess.
And being at ease with being.
But
What's
that's
up,
the thing
Reese?
you got.
Hell
That's the
no.
thing you got to think about it. You said
Thank you for
a
coming
lot
in.
of women, like, we can't speak on what other women are at ease with doing. Like
No,
you said,
I'm saying in general, I'm hearing what she's saying, but I feel like you would say that, and speaking for a lot of women would say, I wouldn't want, of course, if I was a female, I wouldn't want my nigga sucking dick if I'm sucking dick. Like, bitch, it's only one person sucking dick in this household. But at the same token, if I have a good relationship with this nigga and all he do is suck dick and I know what the fuck he doing and he telling me the truth versus the nigga who lied to me and beat my ass, and he beat my ass because he low-key sucking dick and don't want to say it to you.
Versus
So
the
you're saying
nigga
it's
who
a-
good
it's
to
a-
me
it's
and
a-
don't suck dick. I can have that.
You can, but I'm just saying sometimes, a lot of times when I feel like people get in relationships, you don't probably understand it's only two sexes in this world, right?
that's right.
So I don't think that it's far-fetched for a man to think about having sex with another man. Now, to impulsively act on that is something different. But it's not far-fetched for a man to think about having sex with another man because there's only two sexes in the world. If I don't think about having sex with you, I think about having sex with him. I'm not thinking about having sex with no dog or no goat. Then that'll be weird.
Hey, you know what? Some
That's
people
a
right here
way-
like that.
I'm just saying. That to me, that's where the line is drawn. Like, that would be weird to think about it like that. So to think about me having sex with a man, that shouldn't be far fetched. That shouldn't be like looked down upon. That shouldn't be like nothing. That's a normal
But
thing.
Why do
men-
you
I'm not
think
even
that-
saying- I don't look down on men being sexually active with other men. I don't feel no type of way about no man being with another man. That's your
He's just
choice.
gonna be with
That's
you.
your preference.
Just not
Me
sure.
personally,
Right.
I can't.
And I honestly think
Right.
it's like what Candace said. It's like a man
mental
thing,
thing.
right? I mean, I can't, like, just to know. It is. It's a man thing, just to know. 'Cause
Have you had a female experience?
No. Never will.
Have you?
Hell no.
Damn. Okay.
Hell no.
All right.
Jeez. Okay. My
Well,
bad.
see, that's
Well, that makes
the
sense now.
reason why. Thank you, everybody that's tuning in. My man, let me get to some of these comments.
Both. It just depends on the person.
Y'all funny as hell, man.
I'm pansexual.
Pearl, what's up, man?
Throw everything
Bree,
in the
what's
fucking
up?
pan.
Gerald
There might be
says.
some reasoning behind the way I feel because
Damn, I can't even read it.
I don't
I
have
see it now.
sexual feelings towards women, so I can't understand somebody who has sexual feelings towards the same sex.
Right.
I
Oh,
cannot
okay.
possibly understand where you coming from with it because I don't.
I can explain. Okay, so
You can
growing
explain
up,
it, but I'm still not
no, I got you.
understanding.
Growing up Jehovah's Witness, my first sexual experience was with a man. I got molested in 3rd grade. I got molested at gunpoint in 8th grade. Both of them was by family. The first one was by like a friend of both of them was by friends of the family. So they have a certain level of comfort, and then they took advantage of me. But with that being said, growing up, the only attention that I got from somebody was with the man. So it confused the shit out of me. Seeing that, you grow up and girls, girls are always flaky and funny. Niggas are very, like, they know what they want and they go after. I have been pursued 2 times before I was even grown to know what a pursuit was by a man. So it just fucked with me for a long time. I didn't start fucking with niggas until I was 22 years old. So all through my high school life, even though that shit happened to me, because I said in my head I wanted to be a certain way, I was only fucking with females. And I think half the times I fuck with females just so I would block that thought out of my head. But I'll be sleeping with a female and have a whole nightmare that I had fucked with this nigga, and then wake up to her and just be feeling some type of way in my spirit. So it's like, it's not for you to understand unless you go through that type of, you know what I'm saying, situation. But it's situations in which, you know what I'm saying, people go through things and they might not be able to express it to you.
Right.
So, with that being said, it's like niggas out here that, even with what he's saying, double standard. A lot of times, gay niggas will tell you in a second, you will know that I'm gay and you will shun me, and you will know that your cousin molested somebody and you won't say a damn word to him. The double standard between what you're willing to accept because of the reason and what you're not willing to accept because of another reason. Like, people will be willing to accept their pedophilic, you know what I'm saying, whatever, nephew, cousin, he just need help, or he was young, versus saying that, okay, I know I'm gay, and I do what I do.
And they look at it a whole different,
like, but you still hold me to, like, less of a man than this motherfucker who didn't rape somebody.
And why do you think that that's the society that we live in? Once again, everybody that's chiming in, we're talking about a topic about the double standard of sexuality, right? We have people on the panel, you know, that's talking about their experiences and giving their opinions. Gerald says it's definitely a double standard, and that's exactly why a lot of men do experiment on the DL and be afraid to admit their sexual experience, because the world does judge men way worse than women. In all reality, everybody done shit in their past, and in the black community, molestation and incest is definitely real and always have been swept under the rug. Very good point. Men are, and that's why I brought up this topic, because we live in a society, and maybe y'all can answer why, where, hell, damn near, if you see two girls at the club kissing, it's like, damn, this bitch turned up, man, we here, you know? You see two guys kissing in the club, it's like, oh, we gotta get the fuck up out of here.
Fuck up out of here.
You see what I'm saying? Like, why do you guys think that the society views the sexuality of men and women different when they're both doing the same thing with the same sex? Anybody?
Honestly, I cannot tell you. I can't tell you that.
But do you agree with that, though, that people view it like?
If you agree that they view it that
Absolutely.
way, then
Because
why do you feel like they view it that way?
Things like threesomes, like what man don't want to have a threesome? You know what I'm saying? That's glorified as long as it's with two women.
Right.
Who's to say? I like to see my girl get smutted out.
Okay.
You know what?
Pearl says, yes, that's a double standard.
Okay.
They look at women, do women, and it's cool, but men on men, it definitely gets worse. And actually, I was talking to Cuz about it earlier, right? If there's a situation, it goes into what Candace was saying. If a man has two women, right, that's like cool. That's something like, oh man, his fantasy. But if a man, and it's weird, like, do you guys remember like when two men would get with a chick and say they're running a train, right? That's
multiple guys get with
that's
a
not looked at as
running the train, and they don't. That's not looked at
it's
as
two
gay.
dudes and one girl, but you don't look at him. You seeing his penis. That's not gay to you. You see what I'm saying? But you won't have a threesome. You see what I'm saying? With two men.
You know why I think why I think the ratio is so big when it comes to the men and women and women. Mm-hmm. Honestly, take this for example. You got a straight man and a straight woman right in front of you, right there. Then you put two women in their face, and they start kissing and touching on each other. The man gonna get turned on, and the woman gonna get turned on. I swear to God. Now you got a straight man and a straight woman. You put two men in front of them. They start kissing and touching on each other. Who get as a straight man and a straight woman? Who getting turned on? So it's like the woman. And think about it. Okay, so if the straight woman get turned on, you still got the man who don't. So the ratio between woman and woman. No, I'm not saying that's me. I'm just saying when he asked about. I'm saying when he asked about the ratio of why you think that it's like woman to woman can be okay and man to man can be okay, because when it's stuff like that. When stuff like that is happening, you got it. The bar is raised as people seeing woman and woman is okay because the turn on be from a man and a woman. Gotcha. Versus when it's two men, it sometimes will only come from a woman.
Or that's what he's more comfortable showing you,
right?
Because that's what you're gonna judge him on, is because you looking at that man a little bit different. If it's two women and he getting turned on, you're gonna look at him like he's a nigga. If it's two men and he get turned on, you're gonna look at him differently. So therefore, he has to act differently, and that's the whole thing with him being a black, gay, DL man is that I'm being judged as being less masculine or emasculated because society look at me as less of a man. I'm not less of a man just because I fuck with a nigga. I know exactly what the fuck I want. I'm not willing to. I'm saying for me, I'm willing to say what I want. Right. But it took a while for me to get to this point. But I can say that if you was to watch a porn right now, and a nigga would hear me sucking dick, and he would just hear it, and he couldn't see nothing. He just a mouth is a mouth is a mouth is a mouth. He'd get turned on by the sounds, and then once you put that motherfucker on TV, he'd be like, "Oh, that's a nigga." That's how it's gonna be. Like ultimately, it's not about. It's gonna be about like what's the difference between a man sucking dick and a woman sucking dick? Do you think?
Hey. A mouth is a mouth,
so it's not gonna be no difference. So therefore, back to your point.
So you said
if I see
hold on now.
No, man.
I'm saying if you can't see nothing, you just said if you seen a man kissing another man versus if it's a straight man and a straight woman, a straight man. So let's take that same scenario and we put videos into this shit. But you can't see the video. All you can hear is the expressions and all that shit. The man is gonna get just as turned on by thinking about getting his dick sucked. The only thing that's gonna stop him from getting turned on is you.
So this is what I'm saying. My thing was this was a physical sin. I understand what you're saying.
It's a who?
No, physical. Like I said, when we see it. When we see
You said it's a physical what?
Oh my God.
You said it's a physical what?
You know what?
It's a physical sin. Don't we always sin? Ain't life?
No, sin.
I thought you said
sin.
So it's sin and
No,
physical
I'm
for
saying
you.
no, I'm saying no, not for me. This
point,
is what I'm saying. I get what you're saying. I totally get what you're saying. What my whole thing with the racial thing, that had nothing to do with me. Like Candy said, I don't care about nobody being gay, like woman, man, anything. What's your preference is your preference. I don't look down on no man. This is what I'm saying. It's my mind thing. Like that's what I'm saying. If I know you're bisexual, that's my preference to say that's not what I like.
Understood.
Like that's my preference to say that's not what I like. If I know that, but like I said,
so you said the only reason that you want like a nigga is because he's bisexual? Like the only reason that you want like a nigga is because he feels in himself that he might be attracted to the only other sex out there versus dogs, cats, and goats. Like you feel like that would be such a impediment for you versus him. Versus the niggas you do fuck with that might treat you wrong, might beat you, might cheat on you, might do all that.
I think someone would rather.
You would rather fuck with that nigga who would do all that.
And a lot of women would say yes.
Okay, but question
that you know is bisexual yes. Versus fucking with half the niggas I fuck with is DL.
But question. I can say just like I just said, I don't want to fuck with a nigga because I know that he like fucking other niggas. I could say I don't want to fuck with a nigga because I don't like big niggas. I can say I don't want to fuck with a nigga because he's light skinned. Right, it's a preference. It's not that I'm not looking at it as like, ooh,
sexuality
this
is not a preference though.
Look, it just
preference is like.
Well, I think
you can't say what I'm sexually attracted to. So my sexuality can't be your preference. You get what I'm saying? Like if I'm bi, and I don't never tell you I'm bi. And I fuck you for the last 10 years, and then 10 years from now, somebody tell you that I'm bi. My sexuality wasn't your preference. You being attracted to me having the qualities that you liked in a nigga, that's what your preference was.
So
my sexuality was just a variable.
But that to me is false pretenses because I'm attracted to you with the
idea that you
are
don't.
A straight male.
No, you're attracted to me with the assumption that I'm attracted to you.
No.
No woman is attracted to me. I'm not going into no situation saying, I'm only attracted to you because you're attracted to women. You're going into a situation saying, I'm attracted to you because you're attracted to me and I feel like we have a rapport or we have a connection.
I had a bisexual man be attracted to me before and I could not return that feeling because I knew his sexuality.
So you wasn't attracted to him?
No.
And he didn't have qualities that you liked only because of his sexuality.
The thing is, like, I knew him previously before he came on to me. He was cool, you know what I'm saying? I kind of had a feeling that he was on some bisexual shit. I felt that. I felt it in my soul, and it would not allow me to be attracted to him. He was not ugly. He was a very attractive male. That physical attraction just was not there for me from the jump.
Just because you knew he was bisexual?
I didn't even know it. I felt it.
The energy.
It wasn't there for me.
So you know what I think? And then let's flip it on the other side. Like, as a man, right? How would a man feel if he met a girl and she say, I like girls? Do you think that he would feel the same way, everybody who's listening, the same way as the ladies feel that, oh, I couldn't mentally do that? Do you think men wonder about a woman cheating on them with another woman? Like women think about a man cheating on another man. Do you think that it's like, a man is like, oh man, if she cheat on me with a woman, okay, well, fuck it. You know, we can talk about it. We can get through it.
I think it's a very small percentage of men.
It's some men out here that don't want their woman to cheat. Versus
period.
Whether it's right, whether it's a
some
man or a
do
woman.
not care if it's
right,
a man,
they
but
don't.
some men do.
Right.
Like I know some men that do. Like, I don't want you to cheat. Period. And then if you cheat with a female, it's like, fuck is you doing?
We know what's interesting about that? I'll say this. I've never...
Well, I'm in my life.
You act like I'm about to drop some breaking news.
Hey, look.
He said I never. I'm gonna say.
Look, I turned around like, wait a minute. You know what?
Got enough Hennessy for
You
that.
know what? Give me some of that goddamn.
I wasn't about to say nothing like that, man. Only thing I was saying, I have never been in a situation where I couldn't be transparent with the person I was with. To answer the question, everybody, I would date somebody who's bisexual, right? And it highlights the double standard that I'm talking about, because men are viewed a certain way for liking men. Women aren't viewed the same way for liking women. Now, if I was with someone and she liked the girls, just like Shay had mentioned earlier, they're looked at as, oh, they're going through something, or they be all right, or they just
They're experimenting.
They just confused.
They're having fun,
right? You know.
I'm experimenting.
And it's looked at like that. You can't look at a woman and a man the same like that.
You know what?
The reason I would date someone bisexual is because you funny as hell.
I'm sorry. Let me stop because they can't. I'm sorry, cuz.
The reason.
Maybe I'll get on his camera too. So then.
The reason I would date somebody bisexual, you funny as hell. There you come. The reason I would is because
my background with all my bullshit.
What the point I'm trying to make is, oftentimes, like the women said, it's a mental thing for them. It's a mental thing, and a woman is by nature made to be submissive. The man is made to be dominant, right? The male is made to be the leader. The woman is made to be the helpmate, right? So,
I'm sorry.
Women don't want to see their men, and it's just like, okay, some women like when they're watching porn. Some women like man-on-man porn, right? Those are women that like to see men and men interact sexually. You see what I'm saying?
Those are women who really like that.
Those are women who like to see men interact together.
Right? Because there's nothing else in that situation.
I'm guessing that y'all would never want to watch man-on-man porn.
I tried it. I don't like it.
Okay.
Because you don't like to see.
I tried watching.
You don't like to see men like that. In your head, it changes your view of a man.
No, I don't. I swear. I'm telling you, it was literally just like the sex for me. It would never. I'm telling you, no man's sexual preference would ever change my view about them. I have came across some men that are gay, and when I say I felt like with best friend, when I say I'd rather be around them than to be you still a man regardless. Yeah, I would never treat you as if at the end of the day you still a man, and I'm gonna treat you as such. Honestly, y'all, I at first I can admit I didn't understand it when a man said I like having sex with women and men.
Okay.
I worked with somebody, and he said he was bisexual, and I went to him one day because we was this close, tight. And I went to him one day and I said, I just want to know, like literally, because I never understood like how a man can still want to have sex with a woman and a man. Mm-hmm. He told me, he was like, Shay, it's certain stuff that when I'm having sex with a woman and when I'm having sex with a man, he said it's just different.
It's different.
Yeah, he said it's different, and he was like, I still like having sex with him. He was like, as a gay man and you a woman, it's hard to explain it. But he was like, it's just different. And he was like, I still like having sex with women.
I can explain it for you. As a gay man who has sex with men and women, I like the camaraderie of being with a man. Like, the camaraderie of feeling like I don't always have to make the decisions. I don't always have to be in control. I could actually, like, chill and just let this motherfucker, even though I don't believe him taking the lead, I let this motherfucker take the lead for a second. With a woman, my role is already established. I am this. I am the dictator. I am telling you what to do. You are submissive. You are doing what I tell you to do. You are doing it. Like, we are doing what I want to do. But to be with another man, I feel as though I'm with, unfortunately, my equal, to be to a point where to say that if I don't want to do something, he don't want to do something, now we arguing. Versus, like, if I want to do something and you don't want to do nothing, you're going to cave in for me. That's how women normally are, unfortunately, is that they are the more submissive person. So when I be with a man, I be with a man more for camaraderie. I be with a woman more for loyalty. Women give me something different that a man can't give me. And I recognize that. Women give me love and loyalty. They give me support. They give me emotional
side of
support.
Yeah, okay.
Men don't give me that. But I can understand what a man do give me, because unfortunately, men give me money and they pay me for service.
So okay.
But women don't. But like, a woman would love you, like really show you love. Like, I have women right now in my life. I won't mention nobody, but I have women who will be willing to have, like, they know everything about me and they still willing to fuck with me. I move the way I've been moving. I'm not honest with them. I'm honest with them. They know I fuck with niggas, but they also know how I am, to say that they know my character.
Okay, so can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
You fuck with women and you fuck with men, right? Mm-hmm. And that's something that's never gonna change, right?
It could.
With you only fucking with women.
I would fuck with a particular woman and not fuck with a nigga no more if I could make the situation work right.
Okay. So you would rather be with a woman than a man?
For life to be easier, yeah. Because then I'll have kids, I'll be able to have my family, I'll be able to have certain things.
And that's what you want. You want the family aspect.
Now that I get older, I mean, now that you get, like, when you get into this lifestyle, you don't think about that. But as you get older, it's like, damn, you see everybody around you having kids, like, shit, I want kids. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And then you have people in your life that have been knowing you for 10, 20, 15 years, and they see how you move, and it's like, shit, I've been in failed relationship after failed relationship. I want a kid too. I just want a kid with somebody who's going to actually be there for the fucking kid. I'll be there for my kid, because now at a position as a gay man, I'm not just taking it for granted that I could have one. Mm-hmm. And so many times in this traditional way of having kids, niggas take for granted that they can have kids, and they have kids and they don't even take care of them.
Facts.
So then when you have a nigga who can't have kids or can't have the opportunity to just have kids naturally, yes, that gay nigga gonna do exactly what he want to do for his child. He gonna motherfucking make sure his child is in the T's, and motherfucking his child got this, because this is not just something that I can naturally normally have. This is something that I have to get in a situation of having.
So I have a question, right? Once again, everybody that's tuning in, man, thank you guys for chiming in. It's the late night edition. We talking about, you see the topic, we talking about, would you date somebody that's bisexual? We talking about the double standard of sexuality, right? Got some comments, I'm gonna get to y'all in 1 second, right? I want to ask our guest a question. So let's say you met a woman who you was vibing with, you like her a lot, everything is good, and she knows about, you know, your sexuality, but she says, look,
all women know about my sexuality.
She says that I want it just to be us. I don't want you to deal with no other man. Like, it's just us. I want you to be, the word that we use a lot, monogamous with me, and I want us to build something. Would that be easy for you to stop dealing with men completely for her?
No, because if you deal with a man sexually, you can't stop dealing with men. doing sexual things with men and you find them enjoyable, it's gonna be hard for you to just stop.
So no.
Okay,
This is the reason right here.
So, but what I'm saying, but I'm also going to say this is that with two women that I have in my life, because I've been knowing them for so long, and because I want something, and I know how they are, would I be willing to change my life for them? Yes. So it still comes down to a point where we all are going to be in a point where we're willing to change our life for something that we want, regardless if it's something that like immediately give us pleasure.
So this is what I'm saying. So for the two women that's in your life, you would be willing to stop sleeping with men for them.
Yeah, but they already know that I sleep with men.
I'm saying what Reggie said. If just they know you sleeping with men, but think about it. Our mass can change. So think about it. They can be like, okay, now in their head, I want to start a family.
But I want you to take your own advice to say that if you was one of those women, to say that you knew me, and that you accepted me, will I be willing to change for you? Yes. But would you be willing to accept me now that you know that I was bisexual and now I'm trying to fuck with you? For you as a woman. Like, so that's what I think their issues is that other women judge them. Because you can have a baby daddy that don't treat you like shit, that don't do shit like that, but you would rather have that baby daddy that don't treat you like shit than for another woman to say that your baby daddy is gay.
Okay, but think about it. So it's like, think about it. For your own advice, when I first asked, you said yes to meet the right woman and the life that you want or whatever, you would stop sleeping with men. Think about it. But sleeping with men, that's a choice in your lifestyle right now.
Yes.
So if she can't accept that, think about it. No, not even if she can't accept it. So why even put the thought in your head that that's something that you would be willing to change? Because this you, and you know it from the beginning.
Because I wouldn't do that for every woman. I would do that for a specific for those women that I see their character and I see how they move. So this is not. All this is situational.
So think about it. You saying you would do that for those women or whatever, but think about what you just told me. But as that woman who know your sexuality, why would I even ask you to do that? I knew what it was.
Because I can still love you. The woman, again, I keep saying these two women because I love them. I can't say that for every woman. So if you was to come in my life right now, and I could like you, and I could fuck you, and you could suck me up, and I could go about my business because I don't think about you that way. But if you were a specific woman that I really liked and loved and had experiences with, and you know what I'm saying, I just felt like at that point I wasn't willing to deal with the emotional consequence that will come. So my only issue is with women right now is that I don't want to deal with the emotional consequence that comes behind us fucking. So I've had sexual experiences with women within the last year that, you know what I'm saying, I'm like, I just thought it was just me can, you know, if you can get my dick hard, then go for it. And we can have this experience. But after that, then it's like, child, I was only trying to bust a nut. Like,
you don't deal with that with men? That emotional
connection?
I don't deal with that. I don't deal with it at that level to where I feel bad about letting. Like, I feel bad about doing that to a girl. I don't feel bad about doing that to a nigga.
Like right now.
Yeah. Okay. Like, I feel bad about. So I just told him I had an experience with this chick like maybe 6 or 7 months ago. I knew she liked me, and you know what I'm saying. We was talking, we was chatting and shit, and she pulled me over with a little bag of weed and some drinks and shit. And I came over there, she sucked me up, and then the next day it was like, you know, KJ, I really like you, and it was just like, oh. Well, all we did was like, you did that. I didn't do that. You did that. And then it was like, well, I think we could be some. And it was just like me trying to explain to her hurt me or made me feel some type of way versus me trying to explain that to a nigga like, boy, fuck out of here. What?
You lick pussy?
Oh, I didn't ever have to do that. My dick was big enough. I didn't have to do
that. Okay.
Okay, let's stop with that bullshit right now.
No, it depends on what you're good at. Because I'm just saying, some niggas, they go into, I feel like, some niggas go into situations with females, and they know their strengths, and that be their strength, and that's what they stick to. When I was fucking with females, that's nothing that I had to do, so that's nothing I had to stick to. Okay. I had other strengths, and I knew my strengths was good, so I didn't have to do that. So would I eat pussy?
So what you saying?
Yeah, on holidays. You said what?
I said, so what you saying is you suck at that shit.
No, what I said was on holidays. it's a special privilege.
Switching gears.
I could do it, but like,
let's get back to
do I
the topic,
like you?
man.
Like you?
Oh
That's
my
my
God.
question. Like, we're gonna have to really be in some liking shit tonight.
I knew that was gonna take a turn. Okay, so let's get to some of these comments, man.
Okay, because my shit's up too.
Asking the question, man, would you date somebody that's bisexual? Erica says absolutely. The man would feel like he's not doing enough for her. Pearl says, me, I wouldn't date a man who like men, but I don't judge it. It's just not me. Cool.
But how do you know if your man like men? Like, how do you know? You taking the nigga's word
What's up?
to what he say to you.
But that's the thing. In that situation, all you can do is take this.
I fuck with DL niggas all the time.
We trying to have you on the show, man.
This is my point to you. Is that you wouldn't know.
Straight women are not oblivious to the fact that it's niggas
they
out
are.
here. But they're not. They're not.
I can tell you several niggas in my phone right now that got baby mamas. And them having baby mamas was nothing. Them fucking with niggas was nothing new before they had their baby mamas. They had their baby mamas already.
Wait, what was that?
You said, bro, eat the cat only on holidays.
What I'm saying
not even on holidays, birthdays.
Women are not
because holidays come too often.
To the fact that it's men out here on the down low. Some niggas, the last nigga that you would possibly think is out here fucking a man is out here fucking a man.
Damn.
Women are not oblivious to that shit. The thing is, if this man is coming to you telling you that he's straight, all you can do is go with that until you find out otherwise.
But any man that's gonna come to you is gonna tell you that he's straight. One man is gonna really come to you and be like, "Hey, baby, I'm bi."
You?
I will because I'm. But if I do that, I do that because in my life I have gotten to the point that I don't give a fuck about what you think.
So think about it. It is, but
honestly, it's people who down low.
I know,
who
but
cares
think about
about what
it.
other people
But think
think.
about it. It is other people out there like you who, like I said, remember I told you I had a friend and he came right out. Oh, yep, shake. I like men and women. It is other people out there.
But more so,
I mean, the percentage is low.
When they're not
but
as feminine.
Yeah.
So I'm talking about like for a nigga to come to you a little bit. That's my point. So, like, this is me. I'm not playing with you. I'm not putting on the scene for you. I'm not putting on the act for you. This is how I normally act. And when I'm with my niggas, this is how I normally act. Right. So, it's like most time when I be with a woman, and they have a boyfriend, they have to prove to their boyfriend that I'm gay. Like, he gay. Like, no, he not. Yes, he is. And then they be like, I'm like, bro, I'm gay as fuck. You want to test me? Like, that's, like, to that point, like, your girl just told you I was gay. Why you sitting here feeling, jealous or intimidated by our relationship and you know that I'm gay? So therefore,
because they don't know that. I have literally seen a female tell her nigga that this was her gay BF and she was fucking that nigga.
Damn.
I have literally seen that shit.
Damn.
I did fuck my gay girlfriend. But her boyfriend was involved, so it was different.
You know what? You know what?
Y'all, we are talking about this topic, man. Obviously, it kind of goes left. The main topic is about
bisexuality,
the
and
double standards of sexuality as far as men dating men, liking men, women liking women, and things like that.
So as the host, what do you think, sir?
I think that of course, there's a huge double standard.
But why is it double standard?
I think because, the truth be told, men are afraid of their image to come out and say that they like men. They're afraid. Why do you think there's so many people in Hollywood, so many people in the NBA and NFL that's afraid to announce that they like men because their career will be shattered? If you're a rapper and there's a lot of rappers that like men on the low, but they'll never do that because their career will take a huge plummet. In the NBA or NFL or anything, men are afraid of their image. Now, women on the other hand, they don't give a fuck. Cardi B kissing chicks in her video, and her shit is trending. You see what I'm saying? Or Nicki Minaj or whatever. Like that.
But why does society look at it like that when half the things are stemmed? You do know Christmas came from the males gifting other Christmas, the original Christmas. Now I'm gonna take it all the way back. So society try to base things off of traditions and things that happened back in the day in biblical times, right? So Christmas was what they call it, man-made holiday. It's a specific word for it. I can't think of it right now. But Christmas was one of those holidays in which men used to gift other men gifts and have orgies with them. And now we didn't filter that shit out 200 years. Now we just giving gifts to everybody, not knowing where the original idea came from. So it's just like certain things in which we accept and we don't know, but like in life is not. I think in life is not so much as I'm not trying to convert nobody. I'm not trying to. I'm just trying to reason with people to say that tradition is not tradition to what you. Tradition is what you trying to mold tradition to be. Mm-hmm. Like people want to mold everything into their fashion in order for them to live properly, perfectly within their mold. But if you live life without that mold, then you can actually live life to your fullest potential. I can respect her because she said that she's just not attracted to niggas that's attracted to niggas. Like she wasn't trying to sit here and argue me about semantics. It's just that her thought is that if her nigga fuck with another nigga, she's not gonna be attracted to him. Versus saying if that nigga is gay, she's not attracted to him. Similar,
I have a question for the women. Okay, so thank you guys for tuning in, man. You know, we talking about the topic. We ain't gonna stay on too much longer, but I want to ask the ladies a question. Actually, all the ladies that's paying attention right now, right? Okay, let's say both of you guys are married, right? Married, you love your husband. Y'all been together for I don't know, 3-4 years, 5. Let's say 5 years. That's a good number. 5 years, and you know,
take 5.
5 years is a good number.
It's over.
Just
you didn't even hear the question yet, baby.
Just listen to what I'm saying.
Just
listen to what I'm saying, right?
Okay.
Been with your man for 5 years, right? Now, he come to you and say, look, babe, something's been on my heart. Something's been on my heart for a long time. And I need to let you know something. Before we got married, I had an experience with a man. And it's been killing me, but I have to get it off my chest now. I'm sorry I didn't tell you, but I need to tell you now. Since we've been married, I ain't messing with no man, I ain't thinking of no man, but before we got married, I slept with a man. What in your mind are you going to do? And anybody else that's listening, answer the same question. That's women, of course.
I'm waiting for this answer.
You can always say what you're going to do. I honestly feel like you don't know what you're going to do unless you are
in that situation.
Okay.
In my mind, what I'm thinking, honestly, it would turn me off. Like I wouldn't.
Can I ask a question though?
In my mind, based off the fact, okay, you did this before you was married, but for some odd reason, it's still on your mind.
It's been eating him up.
Yeah, it's been eating you up. So, as being his wife, now it's like, okay, now we got to get down to the bottom of like, why is it eating you up? Because is this something?
Because it's Pandora's box. Once you try something, once you do
okay,
something,
no, but this is what I'm saying. Get down to the bottom of, is this something that is eating you up because you want to continue to keep doing it? Remember what you said. Mm-hmm. Did you feel like that you did it and you liked it, but you didn't want to be stereotyped? So you got with me and you married me, but deep down, because it's eating you up, you know that now you got it. So honestly, as your wife, I want to work with you to figure out why. Yeah. I'm just not. So you willing to work?
So you willing to work with me?
I'm willing.
That's a good response.
Oh man, we gotta convert. You willing to work with me?
I ain't no convert.
That's a good no.
So question. So because this happens all the time. So a nigga been in jail for like 10 years. Mm-hmm. Nigga has been in jail for 10 years.
Let's say 15.
Damn.
20. And bitches be all on his books, talking to him every year. So you stand here, like you just said, you just know. Like, nigga, like you saying that you still gonna fuck with that nigga heavy? Nigga been in jail for 10 years. Nigga has been in jail for 10, 15 years. He has not got his dick wet by anything
I'm not
other.
waiting 20 years for nobody.
No, but what I'm saying is, when you come out of jail, because this is what happens. A nigga would be out of jail for like 10 years and be like, yeah, I just got out of jail for 10 years. And a bitch should get right with him. Like, no question. Do you not think within those 10 years, like, it's been 10 years, he ain't had no gay experience? Like, because you're waiting for somebody to say it to you versus just living this life.
Think about what I said when it first came on. I said me willingly knowing it in my mind, but I said what did I say?
So my question is to you: if you don't know everything, so you taking this pretense if you willingly knowing. So now you're in a position that you didn't know, and this is a nigga that you really fuck with. Like, he's your friend, you like him. He cool. He tell you like, baby, like, we getting serious as fuck. I fuck with niggas. And you already gave me the pussy. But you already fucked them though. So what you calling Tyrone for?
So what?
That mean no more pussy?
That mean you need to put all my pussy in a box.
That's funny.
And leave
That mean
it
you
here
gotta put all
when
your
you go.
pussy. You don't have to put all your
That
pussy in the
mean
box.
you need to pack
Because
all
9
the
times out of
pussy I
10,
gave you,
when
pack
I come
it up,
around my
put it in the
female
box,
friends
and you gotta go.
and I go to sleep, they rubbing on my head.
Can I ask you a
They
question?
bothering me. I can't even go to sleep right.
Have you
goddamn.
ever been in a situation where you've been fucking with somebody and then certain stuff changed and it just totally, like, your whole perception of them or the way you look at them now is different? That's what I'm saying. So it's like, give us that, like you said, you fucking with somebody.
That's just like asking somebody who cheating on you to tell you that they cheating on you.
No, but this is what I'm saying. You fucking with somebody, and then they tell you that they're sleeping with men.
No,
you can't.
Your issue primarily is that I was cheating on you. Now, what's making your issue go further is that I'm cheating on you with the man. The fact that I'm cheating on you is your issue, because like you said before, I don't want you sleeping with nobody. You don't want me sleeping with nobody. The only thing that's making you irritated is that I chose to be real with you and tell you, like, baby, I sleep with niggas. Not only am I just cheating on you, because it's 2021. Niggas, people get cheated on every day. This is not like a foreign concept to where people, and I wouldn't even say get cheated on. I'm telling you, people live their life saying that if I meet you at 21, I cannot say that the other 20 million people I'm going to meet by the time I'm 50, 40, right? Because there's going to be a certain amount of people that you meet by the time that you're 21 or 40 that you're going to have. But I'm saying that you're going to. So you're saying that, say, my parents married when I was 19, right? I mean, when they were 19. So I'm thinking in my head, like, even of a child coming up as somebody who was married at 19, damn, at 19, did I really think that I was going to be able to fuck with just one person my whole life? My whole life? Hell no! I didn't work 6, 7, 8, 19 jobs by then.
It is possible to find somebody that makes you feel
but you're judging that upon a certain biblical and traditional life form that those people in the Bible did not live by. But you're judging. Okay, so where do your mindset of monogamy and tradition come in if it's not from God or the Bible? Where do you feel like? Where did you see that a person will be monogamous or traditional through your lifestyle? Because all of my lifestyle, I've had parents and grandparents that have other kids and do other shit.
Okay, look, but this is what I want you to understand. This is the thing. When you say, like, okay, you've been with this person or whatever, everything was perfect up until you just said you said the problem would be that he was real with you and that he told you that
what it was.
Like, this is my thing. You can be real with me and come to me and say, baby, before we got married, I slept with this woman. Mm-hmm. It's not the fact that it's a man. Like, because think about it. This was before we got married. So why, at this point, we 5 years into our marriage, and you're still thinking about this. Now, you got to know me just like the same way you is right now. This is
so
me.
You saying that if a nigga comes to you and say that he slept with a woman, you'd be like, so if a nigga came to you right now and be like, okay, you've been dating this nigga for 3 months. He said, I slept with a woman 5 months ago. You're going to be looking at him like, okay, bitch. As long as it was 5 months.
Let me tell
you
something.
If he sit here and be like, I slept with a nigga 5 months ago, you going to look at him like, nigga, you gay.
Let me tell you something. 35, only 4 relationships. When you cheat on me, it doesn't matter. It's not a stereotype of a woman and a man. If my thing is, once you cheat on me, I don't want you no more. I don't give a fuck if it was a goat, a dog, a cat, a man, or a woman. That's it.
I would hope it's not a goat.
So that's it.
Let me wrap up a point. We got
in Mexico.
We got about 10 minutes left. I want to wrap up a point that Shay made that's important. The scenario I brought up about, because this happens a lot. A man and woman are married for 5 years. A relationship, the marriage is going great. No problems. In the back of his mind, he's like, I am holding something in my heart that I need to let off my chest. Bae, before we got married, I slept with the man. Shay said that, which is important to understand. She wants to know why, and then we'll figure out the steps.
So what if he told you got molested or raped by a man? So in my situation, my cousin didn't know shit about me because I was down low for like 2 or 3 years, and I didn't say shit, and I was fucking with bitches and everything. So my ex, she didn't know shit about me. Like, she didn't know what I was going through on my own personal inside of knowing what I was being molested twice. I didn't want to say that to her. Like, how do you go into your relationship with your girlfriend and be like, yeah, I was molested by 2 niggas, and just still maintain your manhood being in front of your woman? Like, how do you do that? You just don't say it. So then when it comes to a point where, like, she figures out what's going on with me and she doesn't judge me, but other people around her would judge her to say that you fucking with that nigga and he gay. I'm fucking with that nigga because I love him and I understand that he's going through whatever he's going through, but he treats me a certain way. Versus you fucking with a nigga that treats you a certain way and still don't value you as a woman. A gay man will still value you as a woman. You're just not a woman that he's necessarily like gonna be like that with, or he could be like that with. It could be either way. But on your end, I'm thinking that you're saying to me that you would rather know. In life, you won't never know.
This is what I'm not saying that I would rather know. I'm saying if I know. That's all I'm saying. If I know, because think about what you just said. It's men who not just gonna be like, oh yeah, baby.
But if you know, you're saying that your mind is gonna tell you no, not your feelings or your.
But that's my. I don't have to accept the fact that you like sleeping with men.
But that's if not, you know. Right. How many niggas are gonna lie to you like they always lie to you about petty things? This is something that's major. Like, this could be something that's major. If he lied to you about petty things, what makes you think that he not gonna lie to you about that, and you still accept the petty things? You might as well accept that shit.
I don't. No.
I don't understand that. Like, if you sit
no, this is what I'm saying. I don't accept that. That's what I'm saying. This is not me. I'm not gonna. Oh yeah, he gonna beat my ass, but he ain't gay. So I'm gonna just go ahead and stick with the motherfucker that's gonna be. That's not me. Like, that's not me.
Or he in jail for 20 years, and you're going to keep putting money on his books, and you're going to wait for him to get out, and then he get out, and you think that you're going to be with him, and you're going to sit here and think that he ain't never had no experience with no man before. But, you're not going to be real with yourself and say, damn, this nigga been in jail for 10 years.
But none of what you're saying is me.
Do you believe that every man who's been locked up for 20 years?
Hell motherfucking yeah, my dick get hard every morning. The fuck? I'm a whole nigga out here. And I feel like, and I'm not trying to be funny, I feel like, if a nigga been in jail for 5 or 10 years, come on, my dick get hard every morning. I'm still a regular nigga. Like, at some point, I'm going to stop wanting to spit on my shit and put some Vaseline on my shit. And I'm want some real shit on my shit, whether it be man or woman. Because again,
I think it's situational.
A mouth is a mouth. A mouth is a mouth.
But it's not.
It is.
It's not.
It's a mental thing. But when you're in jail for a long time, when you even see the people in jail talk about it, it's like, at this point, nigga, I've been in jail for 10 years. I ain't been around no woman.
I feel like if you are not gay, I don't give a fuck how long you've been in jail.
No matter what.
But what is gay?
But what is gay? Fuck a man
but you're looking at gay as a certain stigma.
Gay, I'm looking at gay as somebody who has sex with the same sex.
But it's only 2 sexes out here. It's only a man and a woman. Now, I look at you differently if you have sex with a dog. I don't look at you differently if you have sex with a man.
As a straight female, there is shit and nothing out here. I don't give a fuck if I'm in jail for the rest of my life. I will never touch another female because that's not what I'm not into that shit.
I got you. You're a specific type of female. But I'm saying that 8 out of 10, 7 out of 10 females will have experimental situations in which they will experiment.
But I honestly feel like that's something that you was already thinking about. Because if a situation can make you do that, you were already thinking about it.
But everybody think about that. So whether a nigga want to admit it or not,
everybody don't think. Yes. I don't think about having sex.
Everybody, at one point in your time, whether you want to admit to it or not.
Have I ever found a woman attractive?
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, it's only two sexes. It's only two sexes in this world. So when you think about having sex with a man and that's normal, what would be your only other option of having sex other than with somebody of your own sex, other than with dogs and cats? So I'm thinking in my normal brain, if I say that, yeah, I'm gay and I've thought about having sex with plenty of niggas. I'm gay and I still think about having sex with women only because.
Think about what you keep saying. You keep saying it's only 2 options out here.
Yes.
No, this is what I'm saying. Okay, so why we just can't stick with the option of the dick? Why?
Because that's not just the only option. The only option,
but that's the option we want.
No. The only option is male and female. Right. I'm just saying in a clear state of mind. In a clear state of mind. If I say, can you have sex with somebody? You would say yes. I say, who can you have sex with? You would say either a male or a female. You wouldn't say a dog or a cat or a goat. So in my head, I'm saying that the only difference between what I do and what maybe other people do is that I actually gave in on my impulse and I did it. But to think about having sex with the same sex is not far-fetched. Because there's only 2 fucking sexes out here. It's not like I haven't thought about having sex with a dog. I think that would be crazy. I haven't thought about fucking no goats. Now I think I'll look at somebody crazy and be like, damn, I was trying to beat that goat back in.
This is what I'm saying. I understand exactly what you're saying, but you got to think about it. It's a percentage on everything, and there are some people out here that honestly have not thought about having sex with the same sex.
Who?
I have not thought about having
you
sex
have.
with
You just didn't give in on your impulse. It's only 2.
Wait,
you can't sit here and tell me that you haven't seen a girl that be like, damn, she got some big ass titties. Or damn, she.
Okay, so one question: if I look at a girl and say she got some big ass titties,
that's a sexual
question. So that automatically mean like I want to fuck her?
Shit, I look at a nigga and be like, damn, he got a bulge in his.
But think about
like, do that mean like
you?
But that still makes me gay, do it not? If I look at a nigga right now, and be
see,
like,
double standard. You double standard.
But no, I get it. I'm looking at you. I'm trying to logically rationalize with you to say that
this conversation
it's only 2 sexes out here, right? So if I look at a female right now as a female, if I look at a female right now, and I'm a female, and I be like, damn, she thick. Damn, she got nice lips. I'm not saying I want to fuck her, but damn, I'm playing her compliments to say that lustfully, I find her attractive. Like, I can find her attractive.
The thing is, I can give a woman a compliment, and it has nothing to do with
lust.
Sex,
right?
Just the other day.
But if I was to sit here and be like, damn, that nigga. If I sit here and be like, damn, that nigga packing, you'd be like, oh, that's gay. So you wouldn't take that the same way, right?
Highlighting the double standard. That
you wouldn't take that the same way. If I say that this nigga's packing, you'd be like,
because a man can't do that. A man can't say, because women.
I bird watch.
There is a thin line.
I'm a grower, not a shower. What you got?
Women can look at other women with not a sexual intention, and be like, damn, she got a fat ass. And not want to be with her.
And I look at niggas and be like, damn, he handsome.
But a man can't be like,
damn,
that motherfucker got on some great jogging pants, whatever. It's a...
Y'all, but y'all also got to think about it. I didn't look at men and been like, damn, he nice looking, but the thought of having sex with him never came across my mind either. Like,
I did the same thing. I was like, damn, that nigga is packing, but he has a whole gunshot wound.
We don't just see it. Right, you can't label that like that. No, because I done looked at men and not wanted to and damn, damn, he fat. And I'm telling you, the thought of having sex with him did not cross my mind.
This is our first time meeting.
Funny.
She be trying it.
We got a few.
She know about me too, and she trying it.
We got a huge double standard that comes along with, the sexuality aspect of it. All right. Before we sign off, I want to kind of highlight a couple things, man. This show is, of course, this show goes on about talking about stereotypes and statistics and things like that. At the end of the day, we heard a lot of different views about opinions and thoughts about man on man, women on women. Would you date this type of person? We heard someone that's bisexual, their idea and their, how they come about it, the ideology and their thought process of a bisexual man. We heard the opinions of straight women who don't judge person for being gay or bisexual, but that's just not their preference, right? I think in the end, there's a huge, and everybody can attest, there's a huge double standard that comes with people that like the same sex, right? When it's a man, it's viewed as one way. When it's a woman, it's viewed as the opposite. So that's why I say I think sometimes that we need to highlight the double standard and not put people in you're good versus you're bad. You're turned up or you see what I'm saying? So
like on the
let me get to this last comment here.
On a Sunday.
What's up, Dominique? She says there's most definitely a double standard when it comes to sexuality. I personally don't believe in the double standard. I value honesty, and I'd rather know about it so I know how to protect myself. I just wouldn't want to see it or participate in it. So thank you for that comment. She wants to know. Give her, just put up on game. Look, this is what I like to do. This is what I did. Is you cool with that? If not, we can just be friends. As opposed to a lot of men who just don't say it at all because of fear that the person is not going to mess with them. A lot of men don't tell a girl that they like men because they don't want to lose the girl. And in the end, you know...
I tell all my hoes I'm gay. It's up to you whether you want to fuck with me or not, but I tell all my females I'm gay. Because I want you to know. I ain't about to sit here and be hiding with you. I ain't about to have no headache. Baby, if you decide to fuck with me, you decide to fuck with me. I'm a real ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? I talk my shit, and I'm funny, and I'm charming. And that's all, like...
But that's how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to live your truth.
No, but not everybody... But to what he's saying is that not everybody live their truth because of people who judge them on when their truth come out, how you going to perceive them. So it's not about me living my truth. I could live my truth all day. Everybody want to live their truth. The only thing that's stopping people from living their truth is because people who judge them that would be like, well, regardless of what you say, I don't want to understand where you're coming from. I don't want to understand your frame of reference. I just want to feel how I feel.
But y'all,
which is your point. Which is your totally given right.
That judgment comes from any and everywhere.
Yeah.
So and I understand that, like I said, the double standard with men and men. The judgment is higher, but y'all, it's people judging women and women. It's people fucking judging men and women. Just like you said, live your fucking life.
Yeah.
Because no matter how you live your life, somebody gonna fucking judge you. So it doesn't matter at this point.
But I will say, for being black, for being gay, and not just being like, I would say I'm not just like your normal gay. Like, I get judged for being I get judged for acting differently versus other gays. So when I see people who act more feminine, I think feminine gays got it easier than I do. Even though I can adapt to society, people accept them more. So they say certain things to them that they would never say to me. Like that I feel offended because it's like, bitch, you know I'm gay. Why the fuck would you try me like that? Because I come off more masculine where they can't put me in a box. Or as long as people can put you in a box, they're comfortable with you. Because then they know how to treat you. They know how to deal with you. But when somebody can't put you in that box, they don't know how to treat you, so they can't treat you right. So they kind of like do shit, and you kind of reel their ass in like, bitch, don't do that. Don't play with me like that. Don't play with me like that. So with me and my specific situation, because I know this would be different for everybody, I feel as though with me being gay, it's like a gift and a curse. Like, because I am masculine, I don't get the feedback that all the other feminine gays get. So if you was to be with a feminine gay, you would get a certain level of feedback than you'd be with me, because then motherfuckers wouldn't know unless you tell them and they look at me and they see how I move like, damn, I think that nigga gay. But other than that, when you first encounter me, it's like, I'm just a regular nigga until I start talking my shit. And I don't give a fuck at this point. I was outed, so I don't give a fuck about what people think about me. My version of me coming out was a nigga. This nigga sent 4 messages to my auntie and my cousins telling them that I fuck around. And that's how I got introduced into the gay scene, because I was older at this point. I was 22. That's how I got introduced. So me saying that to say that I don't give a fuck about what people think about me. I want you to know how I feel about you and where our relationship stands. Fuck everybody else. So the females who are willing to fuck with me, they know where I stand. So if you still worried about what everybody else think, then yeah, I guess you would feel like, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that. But at the end of the day, it's situational, depending on who you fucking with. Because you could meet a nigga tomorrow who could tell you that he's bisexual. He could like knock you off your feet. And the only thing that you will want to be with him because he's bisexual and you feel like he couldn't give you certain things. But if he gave you everything else that the other nigga wasn't giving you, and you willing to give yourself to him, then what type of woman is that making you look like that you wouldn't give him to just because of his sexuality? Like he give you trust, he give you honesty, he give you loyalty.
He can't give you something. Like we said, it is literally.
How many times have you had a kid that you don't be in a relationship with the kid's father your whole life? Like, so in my head, it's like we as adults, we see how this shit plays out. Not as adults, like in our childhood, we think of this happy white picket fence and this like I'm gonna get married and I'm gonna have this and I want this and I want that and I want this and I want that. But once you actually get grown and you start seeing how like life is playing out, if you decide to stick to that same mindset of what you thought life would be as you was growing up, you will never be happy. You will never be happy. Like, you could be with a man right now for 40 years and he could still... My grandfather didn't tell my grandmother that he had no kids until he was about to die. And he had like 4 other kids.
But I can't even say that. Like, I'm honestly still learning about that because I grew up a tomboy, mostly around boys. So I saw the bullshit that niggas was bringing before they even brought it. I didn't even believe in love and relationships until I was like fucking 20.
Was you a little tomboyish? Was you a little curious?
I was not gay.
I didn't say that. I said, was you a little curious? I just said, was you a little curious? And did you not hear the inference when she immediately said, I said, was you a little curious? She said, I was not gay. I just said, was you curious? So my point was to say, did you think about it? Did you think about it?
You never curious.
Have you never thought about having? Have you never thought about having sex with girls?
I have never thought about having sex with girls.
I don't think she ever had that thought.
Never.
But that just goes to show you that people, you know, and then, you know, just to close things out because we're about to sign out in a minute. The most important thing is to realize that when it comes to dating someone that's bisexual, it's the majority that men would say, yes, I would. And it's the majority that would say, no, I wouldn't. So you live in a majority versus minority. Most men would date women as bisexual. Most women wouldn't date men as bisexual. That's the society we live in.
But most women date niggas that are bisexual because they don't know.
Well, if they knowingly know.
No, but I'm saying, but when you put it into logic like that,
yeah.
Then just say 9 times out of 10, the woman would date a nigga, and he would be bisexual, and she wouldn't know.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
That wouldn't change his bisexuality.
Well, no,
right?
What I'm saying is,
you can't do that though.
What I'm saying is, most men, and I brought up this point.
You can.
Most men won't tell.
Yes, you can. Why do you think DL became a thing?
No, that's like me dating you for 2 years and then you start whipping my ass. You knew you was gonna beat my ass, but I had no idea.
DL is nothing new. DL means down low, which means that I have been dating women all this time and I've been fucking with niggas.
That's not the point I'm making. The point I'm making is women knowingly will not date a man that's bisexual if she knows it. Of course, men.
Some women.
That's majority. Majority women wouldn't date a man that's bisexual that tells her he's bisexual. Now, of course, there's down low men that don't admit that they're bisexual because they don't lose the women. I'm saying if a person comes to you and say, look, I like men, she's more than likely, the majority, not the minority, she's more than likely to say, I'm good. If she knows that he likes men, she's going to say, I'm good. Now, there's a lot of men that won't admit that they like men because they don't want to lose the woman. They don't want to look less masculine. On the flip side, if a man is dealing with a chick and she says, look, I like women, I like dealing with women.
That'll make her look less feminine.
That's the point. That's the point because men have such a mindset is that, oh, well, and it's crazy that men are so rah-rah. We so rah-rah, we don't want no man looking at our chick.
Ain't no woman getting on my back.
We don't like no man looking at our chick, no woman, none of that.
I don't like getting
pegged.
pegged.
You see what I'm saying?
Bitch, we in traditional roles in my female relationships. I'm fucking you and you ain't putting your finger on my booty. You ain't doing shit. You ain't doing shit.
Okay, so, look here.
This have to be an after dark conversation.
This turned into an after dark. We about to sign out, man. Once again, man, thank you guys
after dark
I knew it was gonna kind of turn into this, but look, man, thank you guys for subscribing and checking out. Be sure this show is gonna be on YouTube tomorrow. It's gonna be on Spotify, Radio Public, all
Happy
platforms.
Pride, guys!
And it is Pride Month, coincidentally, right? So if that's how you live your lifestyle,
I'm your representative for this month.
Lifestyle, man. You know, in this platform, there's no discrimination. Everybody's welcome.
I appreciate you coming out.
Oh, man.
You allowed me to come out.
Man, you know how it is, man. So, look, man, definitely thank you guys for subscribing, man. Once again, tell them where they can find you, bro.
_King Deuce on IG, Kenneth Deuce Cole on Facebook. I do open mics and all that shit in Atlanta. I'm a spoken word poet. I do my little LGBT poetry, but my shit go hard. You don't even know that it's gay. Okay.
All right, Shay Baby Candace, tell them where they can find y'all.
Instagram Shay.0207.
Woman of God, okay.
That's right.
You gotta see her shirt, cause that's not how she was acting today with this dialogue, okay? I heard so many cuss words, I thought the thunder was crackling.
Where can they find you at, Candace?
Y'all can find me in St. Louis rolling on dubs.
Funny shit. Come on, really.
The only Reggie I fuck with is my cousin. Look at that.
Oh, man. I really appreciate everybody for chiming in. We got one more comment. Women will say no because of their own insecurities and don't want to share. Okay, that's an opinion. Women will say no because of their own insecurities and don't want to share. All right, that's a real. Hey, thank you for that comment. I mean,
It's a female comment.
That was a nigga comment, actually. That's why I said,
With that being said,
No disrespect, bro.
Go to my page next.
You know what?
We'll have the real tea there.
we about to sign out. Y'all crazy. Man. Until then,
Peace,
we
y'all.
are the NaS Society.
NaS Society.
Check us
Check
out
this
next
shit
time.
out, bruh.
Peace.
Well, that was a good one. You guys are funny.